I'm Alexis with the Utah Assistive Technology Program, and today I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking to you about TouchChat. TouchChat is an app by Saltillo, developed by Saltillo. It's sold by Silverkite. You can get TouchChat with WordPower, which is the full version that offers a variety of languages, voices, as well as page sets and vocabulary sets for $299 in the App Store for iOS devices. So we're going to go into TouchChat now for a short demonstration of both how to select a language system as well as use the language system. I'm also going to briefly introduce how you can edit and personalize the app. So going into TouchChat, you can see that there are a variety of vocabularies to choose from here. We're going to spend most of our time talking about WordPower, but I just wanted to point out some of the other options that are available when you purchase the complete TouchChat HD with WordPower app option. So this For Basic option provides simplified vocabulary for users who may be new to using AAC or maybe emergent communicators. There are simple choice making options for both activities as well as for objects, items. It's simple to navigate and simple to edit. We're going to go into the editing more a little bit later. To change from this vocabulary page set, you go into the top left corner and select a new vocabulary. My Core promotes the development of generative grammatical language and is completely literacy based. So there are core words available as well as quick chat phrases, personalized phrases related to different categories and activities. You can also do typing for generative language, and it has some powerful predictive features inherent in that. Another vocabulary option that's available is communication journey, which is intended for individuals who are recovering from aphasia. The communication journey was developed by a speech-language pathologist with the intention of providing language that would be particularly relevant for individuals going through aphasia recovery. So it has communication supports such as maps, places they may discuss, pain scales that are easily accessible, as well as social conversational language. Finally, we're going to take a look at WordPower. WordPower is a powerful language system that features both core and fringe vocabulary. It utilizes the Fitzgerald color key, and so helps support grammatical generative language. We're going to take a look at WordPower 60 Basic, which has 60 buttons per page set and was intended for use with individuals who are still learning language. So as you can see, WordPower 60 and all of the WordPower page sets are set up so that pronouns are on the left, verbs are in the center. You have your smaller words on the right, and then categories are listed across the top. And this helps the user generate sentences that are grammatically correct by following a simple left to right across the device. One of the benefits of WordPower is that it has a wealth of language already programmed into it. So I can easily, without making any adjustments, use the core vocabulary to generate a sentence. I go outside. So when I pressed the period, the sentence was spoken, but I can have the sentence speak again by pressing the message window.
I go outside.
However, outside is a little bit broad. Maybe I wanted to have the name of a particular park or playground that I like. If I wanted to generate a message that was a little bit more personally relevant or specific than saying I go outside, I could edit the page so that I'm able to share where I want to go that's meaningful to me, such as Independence Park, for example. So to do that, I'm going to go to the page that I want to edit, find some empty space. I see that there's room here, and edit the page. So I can click on any open button. I like this one right here. Create a new button, and the first thing that I'm going to do is want to type in the label. You can see that there is some predictive text going on. So as I type, it is giving me options for what I might be trying to say. Independence Park. I can, from here, change the pronunciation of the message if that needs adjusting. I can import an image if I have a picture that I've taken while at Independence Park, or I can just select an image from the robust TouchChat library, which is what I'm going to do in this case. Because Independence Park is pretty specific, I'm going to delete the first word and just look for images of parks right now. I like this one with the bench and cities behind it. As much as you can include the user in creating these buttons, whether from the beginning of the editing period or even just in the picture selection, that really helps them feel a sense of ownership over the device and reiterates the fact that this is their voice, their system. They're the ones who are making the decisions about what goes on it, what's important for them to say. There are a lot of other edits that I have available to me, such as where I want the label, above or below the picture. If I want the text bolded or italicized, I can change the font style and size, as well as the text color and the background color. These are all important accessibility features that you may want to utilize if the student has visual impairment or could benefit from high contrast words and images. You can also change the border color and size to make certain buttons really stand out. I'm not going to do any of that right now because I want to maintain consistency with the other buttons that are currently on this page. In addition, you can modify the button actions. So if I wanted to have an entire page dedicated to Independence Park, I could add an action to go to a new page and have a list of activities and words I might want to use while I'm at Independence Park. For now, I'm just going to leave the action as speech message, and I'm going to save the edits that I've made so far. I've added my button and I'm happy with how it looks. So I'm going to click done, and now I'm ready to test it out by generating my new personalized message.
I go to Independence Park.
So as you can see, the button was immediately ready for us to use after programming. The current settings are to speak each word and the sentence as soon as it is entered. If I were to add the period, it would speak the sentence again.
I go to Independence Park.
And now I have a complete, grammatically correct sentence generated in a matter of seconds. Some of the unique features of TouchChat compared to other apps are the wealth of voices that are available both in English and Spanish. TouchChat in particular is particularly easy to toggle back and forth between the English and the Spanish options. So for AAC users who are bilingual, this might be a good option for them so that they can utilize both of their languages across contexts and environments. Another benefit of TouchChat is the customer support that you get through Saltillo. Saltillo is available to help with programming, as well as provides a wealth of implementation resources and activities on their website that can be paired really nicely with TouchChat with WordPower. Something else that TouchChat offers that you don't find in all of the AAC apps is a variety of access methods. So we can take a look quickly at that over in our settings. So the access method that I've been using currently is called direct select, where you click on the button and it speaks the button or loads the button to the message window immediately. Specifically, I've been using touch enter direct select. So as I press on the button, the message is generated. You can also choose touch exit select so that if the user wants to drag their finger across the device before making their selection, when they release the finger, the button selects. Switch access, two-step switch scanning or single-step switch access is also available via TouchChat when utilized with a switch interface for an iPad or a specialized case such as the Chat Wrap, which is also sold by Silverkite, produced by Saltillo, the same company that has generated this app. A relatively new access method that is entirely unique to TouchChat is the ability to use the built-in iPad camera for facial recognition so that a student can access the device by head pointing or eye gaze. And currently there are very limited options for head pointing and eye gaze interfaces with iOS-based apps. So for an individual who would benefit from this access method, this might be a really great option. As you can see, other access methods or other editable options include speaking the characters as they're typed in, words versus sentences, clearing the message window after being spoken, and really just a plethora of ways to customize this and make it personalized and meaningful for the student. So, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this introduction to TouchChat. For more information, you can read the description on this video or go to the Utah Assistive Technology Program website.